Tommy the kitten and his mother, Lily, lived a peaceful life before the storm came. The tragedy that followed was terrible. One day, they were bringing fish from the river near their house when suddenly, Tommy turned on the TV and heard some very bad news. A terrible storm was approaching them. He was devastated to hear that the storm was coming and would surround their house. Both Tommy and Lily were terrified, feeling horrible. Tommy was crying uncontrollably. They only had a few fish left to eat at home because the storm was so fierce. They couldn't go outside. Now the question was, would they survive? Lily, despite her exhaustion, gave the remaining fish to her son. She began drinking impure water. As she was very hungry and had nothing else to eat, she said,
"I have to eat this cockroach to survive and give the fish to my son to save his life."
Outside, there were other groups of kittens drowning in the flood, and many of the little ones had already died. Tommy, feeling weak, said,
"Mom, I want to eat pizza. Please buy one for me."
Lily was heartbroken, knowing their dire situation. The whole community had been flooded, and it was like a vast ocean surrounding their home. She whispered,
"Please, God, save us from this storm. Please send a rescue team to help us."
As Lily lay down to sleep, lightning flashed across the sky. They were nearly giving up as both of them had suffered great injuries, and they were on the brink of death. Finally, on the 10th day, a rescue team arrived at their home. The team was shocked to see Lily and Tommy eating cockroaches to survive. "This is horrible," they said, feeling sick. But Tommy had already passed away, and Lily wept for him, devastated by the loss. As the rescue team worked to save her, she pleaded,
"Please bring my son's body back to me. I can't leave without him."
In a hospital, Lily was severely injured and lying on a bed, crying for her son.
"My dear Tommy, I am so sorry. In the next life, I will still be your mother."
A kitten named Max went fishing with his father, Leo. On the other hand, factory workers nearby were dumping waste into the stream. Max was happily playing with a butterfly, but when he got tired, he felt thirsty and started drinking water from the stream. At that moment, he felt a burning sensation in his stomach and began vomiting water. Max was brought home, but the poisonous material was spreading rapidly in his body. He was crying in pain while Leo tried to feed him something for recovery. However, due to the intense stomach pain, Max refused to eat. After some time, Max's condition worsened and he turned into a horrible zombie.
There are green, horrible lights and frightening sounds coming from the building in front of me.
Please give us the address. We will take immediate action.
An emergency squad arrived and began an operation to secure the building. Meanwhile, Leo was trying to calm himself down. "Stay away from my son. You have no right to come inside my house without my permission." Suddenly, the zombie kitten stormed out of the building and began attacking the emergency squad. Max was roaring ferociously, and the team tried to control him, but it was useless. Realizing they couldn't contain him, they made the difficult decision to shoot the kitten to prevent further infection. Gunfire echoed through the building, and Max's father, Leo, was accidentally hit by stray bullets. As Leo lay injured, zombie Max cried out at the sight of his father's injuries. But the pain turned into uncontrollable rage. Max became even more destructive, lifting cars and throwing them aside while rescue teams struggled to calm him. The situation worsened and the city went into emergency lockdown. Police and rescue teams surrounded the area, but Max was unstoppable, destroying everything in his path. A doctor passing by, named Dr. Grace, offered to help.
I can diagnose and treat the kitten. Please, let me help.
The teams managed to sedate Max and bring him to the hospital. In the laboratory, Dr. Grace identified the source of the infection and prepared an antidote. She carefully injected it into Max's body. Slowly, the zombie-like symptoms faded, and Max began to recover. He was weak but no longer a threat. His father, Leo, also received treatment for his injuries. Later, Max and Leo were back to normal. They were sitting together at a restaurant, happily enjoying tea. Max looked up at his father and said,
Thank you for everything. Dad, I'll never drink from a stream again.